Hello guys, welcome back. This is Deepika from mytutorialrack.com, and in this tutorial we will see how to create an Apex class, Apex service class using Cursor and deploy it to the org. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give a very detailed prompt to Cursor so that Cursor can create a proper class for us. So what we're asking here is, hey, write an Apex service class which calculate and update the account health score. So if you remember, we do have a health score field available on the account object. So this particular service class is going to update that particular field. And we are also providing this visibility and the security for that class. It is going to be with public with sharing. And the signature is, this is how the signature should look like for the method. The name of the method is update health score. The return type is void. It is a public method as well as a static method. And it takes in one parameter of set of IDs. Okay, so here we are defining the particular class. Now, what does the class do? That is what I have described here. So basically, we are calculating the health score. So the class basically updates the health score based on two things. One is the revenue score and the other one is recent win score. So how do we calculate revenue score and how do we calculate the recent win score? So the revenue score is calculated based on the annual revenue. Okay, so on the account object, we have a field called annual revenue, and based on that field, we will calculate the revenue score. So if the annual revenue for a company is null or zero, the revenue score would be 0 points. If the annual revenue is greater than zero and less than 250,000, it is going to be 10 points. If the annual revenue is greater than 250,000 and less than million, it's going to be 30 points. And if the annual revenue is greater than 1 million, then it's going to be 50 points. Okay, so this is how you calculate revenue score. Okay, so this is how you calculate revenue score based on the annual revenue. Now, how do you calculate recent win score? So recent win score is based on this value, last 90-day wins. Okay, so this is the value of last 90-day wins. And here, what is the last 90-day wins here is basically is null or zero. It's going to give you 0 points. If the last 90-day wins is greater than 0 and less than 25,000, it's going to be 10 points. If the last 90-day win is greater than 25,000 and less than 100,000, it's going to be 30 points. If last 90-day wins is greater than equals to 100,000, then it is going to be 50 points. Okay, so what is the value of this last 90-day wins? That is how you will be calculating the recent win score, and whatever the sum of revenue score plus recent win score, that is what is going to be your health score. Okay, so health score would be combination of revenue score plus the recent wins score. So let's go ahead, and I've already put all these instructions in a notepad, whatever I've explained to you. So we are creating a simple class here. This is the class, write an Apex service class that calculates an update, and it goes all the way up till here. So we're going to go ahead and copy this and go to Cursor and put this over here. So right now under the Apex classes, you have nothing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit send here, and now Cursor is going to create our account health service class, and it is going to add that method that we are looking for. And what that method is going to do is going to calculate the health score based on two things. One is the recent win score as well as your, what was the other field? It is the revenue score. Okay. Revenue score is calculated based on annual revenue, and recent win score is calculated based on last 90-day wins. Okay. That is how we are calculating. So we're going to accept this change, and now it is deploying the Apex class to the org. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and deploy this. It has created the class for you, and you can see here, we're going to go ahead and hit run. And if you want to see the class, this is what the class looks like, and this is your meta XML file. Okay, so everything is done. So now let's understand. Don't just go blindly with whatever Cursor has created. You actually have to see what the class is. Is the method correct? Is everything that you expected, is it correct or not? Okay, so now let's go ahead and you can see here, this is the class public with sharing. The name of the class is account health service, which is absolutely right. Inside of this, there is a method called update health scores. It takes in one parameter of the set of IDs, which is also correct. If the account IDs is null, it will just return it. If there is account IDs, if it is not null, then we are basically retrieving annual revenue because we need the annual revenue for our calculation. We also need last 90-day wins. We need health score. So if you see here, it hasn't queried the remaining fields, the ones that it doesn't need. So it has optimized the code very well. Okay, so it is only querying those fields which it requires. It is not querying the other 100 fields that are available on the account object. So here it is iterating over each of those accounts, and then it is calculating the revenue score. So it has modularized, it has created smaller methods and calculate recent win score. So how is it calculating the revenue? Based on the annual revenue, and it is either giving you 0, 10 points, 30 points, 50 points. Similarly, based on what the value you have given, it is calculating the recent win scores. Okay, so this is your last 90-day wins, and if it is equals to null or 0, it is going to return you 0. If it is greater than 0, less than 25,000, it is going to return you 10. So it is working as expected, and then at the end we are calculating the final health score and we are updating the health score. Okay, so now this is working as expected. It looks like good. So now what we can do is we can also ask Cursor to create a test class for us for the same exact thing. Now, what is the test class you wanted to write? We can explain it to you in the next tutorial, but this is how we can also ask test class to be written by Cursor also. So now let's go ahead, and we cannot test it at this point. You can manually call it through the anonymous Apex window, but why do we do that? We will go ahead and create a trigger and all of the cool stuff through Cursor, right? And we will check if it is working as expected or not. So our Apex class looks fine. It has been deployed successfully. So we have created a class through the Cursor here, and we also deployed this class onto the org. Now, in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you if it got deployed to the org or not, and also we will create a test class corresponding to this. I hope these tutorials are crystal clear. If you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Take care.